y'all, we're just about reaching the final stretch of this year, and the list season, yay! Which of course means that I'm mostly focusing on wrapping up the handful of best lists I have prepared for you guys, so yeah, let's make this roundup a swift one. Mercifully, this month wasn't quite as jam-packed as the rest of the season have proven to be, so without further hesitation, here are, once again, my recommended selection of tracks and singles from November 2024.
I just woke up from a dream. I was in a place I'd never been, I'd never seen.
Just want to say right off the bat that I've never been huge on King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They've got such an exhausting flow of catalog to keep up with, most of which has been pretty underwhelming for the most part. With all that said, yeah, this is probably the most I've enjoyed a song from this group in a long time. I'm not loving it, to be fair. It meanders and loses focus as much as a lot of their stuff tends to do, but the sumptuous jazz and disco elements to their traditional prog stylings is a really cool development. Not much else to say about this one. Honestly, it's just pretty good music. I don't know if I could be motivated to check out any full albums they come out with going forward, but if anything in the future sounds as cool as this, I'm gonna mark the possibility as a big maybe. Alright, now we're talking. I, and probably so many others, have been anxiously awaiting to hear what Ethel Cain will bring us as a follow-up to the masterful Preacher's Daughter. And, well, we have our answer now. Punish is, fitting for its name, punishing. The first full half of this nearly 7-minute track riddled with this minimal dark ambience that creeps around its folds, the singular piano drones punctuated by Cain's arresting vocals. After these moments of comforting openness, however, the track closes with the sudden presence of these oppressive guitars, filling up the empty space like a swarm of flies, and indicating some darker, mysterious something that lies just beyond eyeshot. It's a very cool, if of a style I'm not completely used to. More than anything though, I'm all that eager to hear what more this upcoming project has to bring to us.
Through your disguise, I've got eyes that can see inside.
Well, this is something. I've talked about LCD Soundsystem pretty recently actually, which I guess must have signaled to them that a comeback is in order, so here we are. And this one is at least somewhat typical of the group, with their repetitive dance beats and James Murphy's stilted vocal delivery coming back as if they've never missed a beat. Nonetheless, it's also significantly stranger, which can probably be detected from just one listen. X-Ray Eyes feels very much like a return to the very basics of no wave and mutant disco, a near explicit homage to the sounds of such outsider dance music of the early to mid 80s. And since the appeal of such music tends to come in the hypnotizing nature of the rudimentary riffs and keys that make up the sound, well, I'll say they have succeeded here. It's a weird little jam. I don't know if there'll be any more of these to come, but I'm enjoying this one as is anyway. I don't know if anyone else has been paying attention to Imogen Heap's comeback material this month, but just in case, you really should be. While I'm uncertain if we'll get another album from her anytime in the future, What Have You Done to Me at least demonstrates the darker, more industrial, and even dark wave tone that her music has taken lately, and it's all so exciting. And even despite the evident abrasion here, she still finds time to flex her penchant for strong, even pretty melodies that poke their head through and give the track an even more pronounced body. Only then to give strength to the darkness even more, and, well, you should honestly just listen to this one yourself, especially if you only know Heap for hide and seek. Believe me when I say that this is a whole different beast, in all the best ways. To this day, I'm still patiently waiting for Squid to release anything as terrific and exciting as Narrator, but until then, well, we've got another album to anticipate from the post-punkers next year, and if Crispy Skin is any indication, yeah, it's more of the same fresh, crispy sound. Namely, their penchant for tight, krautrockish rhythms are as prominent as ever here. Those more upbeat parts are pretty good, though I'm a little more underwhelmed by the quieter bits that feel a bit more sluggish than they are effective tension builders. Again, Squid are a band with which I'm expected to be at least a little underwhelmed, but until we get another Narrator from them, I'd say this is a fine enough holdover. Here's hoping the rest of the album rollout gives us something a bit tastier. Ichiko Aoba is an artist that has floated through my radar from time to time through the years, and while I've yet to find much music from her that truly wows me, she is always consistently very good at least. And that goes for this new song as well, which is simply gorgeous. Emphasis on simple too. Aoba's voice is a main driving force behind this music, with the light as air notes of harp, piano, and strings tracing along the melodies with such delicate precision. Her vocals here are just so dazzlingly pretty, with a similarly soft quality that nonetheless also carries some subtly operatic tones every now and then. I will say it's tougher for me to invest myself in non-English folk music, but when the sound is this pretty, it's even tougher to look away. If you're like me and love yourself some good, ethereal folk music, seek this one out immediately. For the record, I thought that the Courting album from earlier this year was disappointing, especially considering how much I was feeling those singles leading up to it. Nonetheless, we've already got another lead-up single for another Courting album coming soon, and, well, this is quite the improvement. The best dance punk to me are the ones that find the perfect balance between the punk and dance elements, and I think Pause at You has it down to an art. Feverish rhythms meld brilliantly with those soaring vocals that never feel too clean-cut to get to the heart of me. It's just really bright, energetic music with a firm heart right at its center. My only qualm is that it's so dang short, though I suppose we have a whole other record to look forward to. Let's just hope my experience with this one is a little better.
Time to change the rhyme. How the blizzard goes.
Richard Dawson is a musician I've been meaning to take a deep dive into for literal years. I did finally get around to his 2021 album Hanky recently, and that one was cool, but I'm especially entranced toward his more straightforward and introspective folk material. Luckily, he's got another album soon. The first single from this, Polyfunnel, was pretty good, but I'm even more captivated by the follow-up, Boxing Day Sales. And the straightforwardness continues here, as we've got only Dawson and his guitar as he sarcastically remarks on the emptiness of this explicitly consumerist holiday season, pulling out the many threads of absurdism of this time as he does so. Would also like to give big props to the wild clarinet solo that pops in at the bridge. It's a song that's as cool as it is darkly funny, which is what I'd certainly expect from the guy. Really can't wait for the album.
Like there's no baby in the king cage. Like there's no figure on.
Thought I may as well close off this roundup with my latest surprise fascination of the month. Now, I'm no Father John Misty fanatic. Pretty much every one of his albums has carried their fair share of great songs and throwaways in consistently equal measure. And that also goes for his latest, Mahashmashana. The title track, however, hot damn, this may very well be the best of his career. It's lush, gorgeous, and layered in richly transcendental symbolism by way of Joshua Tillman's typical style of ornate, darkly humorous lyricism. Not gonna lie though, I'm mostly here for the sound of this one. Splendid strings supported by magical horns and light piano inflections. I've heard more than a few George Harrison comparisons being given to this one, and yeah, I can fully see that. Although, frankly, I could point to a number of 70s classics that this one reminds me of, which might summarize its plain, obvious beauty most of all. The album won't make my best albums of the year list, spoilers for that. But, yeah, this song alone is best of the year material if I've ever heard it. Let go of all expectations and just give it a play. I think you'll thank me for that. And we'll leave it on that note. I have quite a few videos for y'all in December and into the new year, so look forward to that. In the meantime, once again, let me know in the comments below of any thoughts you have on the new music this month. As always, take care, and I'll see you next time.